Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video, we've got a 1000 point Age of Sigmar battle report for you. I'm going to be playing with the Disciples Tzeentch, and I'm going to be playing the little brother, and he's going to be playing with the Kruleboyz. We're going to be playing the First Blood scenario, which is from the General's Handbook 2021. So, with that all set and out of the way, let's get cracking on and let's check out those armies. And so here we have 1000 points of Disciples of Tzeentch. We're going to be playing in the Pyrofang Cult sub-faction, and the Gaunt Summoner is going to be our general. He's going to have the Shrouded Unnatural Flame and Chain Fire Amulet, an artifact and command trait he must take due to being the Pyrofang Cult. His spell will then be Shield of Fate. We then have an Ogroid Thaumaturge with Infusion Arcanum as his spell, and a Magister with Arcane Suggestion. We then have 2 units of 10 Karak Acolytes and a unit of 10 Chaos Warriors as a coalition ally in the army. Just under 1000 points with this army, and we're going to be in a battle regiment for a 1-drop army. Grand strategy for the Disciples of Tzeentch as well. They are going to have the Masters of Sorcery because they have a lot of wizards. And here we have 1000 points of Kruleboyz. We're going to be in the Big Yellow sub-faction, and the killer boss is going to be the General. It's going to have the super sneaky command trait, able to redeploy 1 unit before the game begins. And then we've got the Amulet of Destiny for an artifact, and the Weirden command trait to ignore some magic. Then got the Swamp Caller Shaman with Potgrot, and the spell for that is going to be the Black Pit. We then have 2 units of 10 Gut Rippers, 1 unit of 20 Hobgrots, and 6 Boltboyz. Everything is going to be wrapped up into a battle regiment, and the army will be less points than the Disciples of Tzeentch, so that means it's going to get its triumph, which will be 1+1 to wound round of fighting or shooting. And our Kruleboyz are going to have Hold the Line with one of their battle line units needing to survive till the end of the game. Remembering Big Yellows, those Boltboyz are battle line as well. Alright, and so here we have our fate dice for the Disciples of Tzeentch. So we've got a 1, 3 2s, 2 3s, 5, 4, and a 6. Alrighty, so armies are deployed on this flank. We've got the Ogroid and some Karak Acolytes. In the center, we've got the Chaos Warriors with the Magister behind them, and the other Karak Acolytes with the Gaunt Summoner on this side. Across the other side of the table, we've got the Hobgrot Slitters down that flank, the Gnashtooth Boss with the Boltboyz and the Swamp Caller Shaman in the middle, and the 2 units of 10 Gut Rippers on the other flank. Table looks like so. The Oryx finished deploying first, so they are going to get the first turn. Right, so top of the turn 1 for the Kruleboyz. Heroic action for the turn, and their battle tactic, they're going to go with aggressive expansion for their battle tactic for the turn, picking 2 objectives here to control at the end of the turn. Heroic action, generate a command point with your killer boss, lovely. On a 4+, he will generate it. He does, so he's got Heroic Leadership. I'm going to do Heroic Leadership with the Gaunt Summoner on a 4+ as well. I do not, so you get your Heroic Leadership and I do not get mine. And so, last thing, you're going to do your Shaman's poisons on the Boltboyz instead of casting a spell. And we are into movement, and we'll come back after all of it's done. So, movement is all done. You've run up the Hobgrots to claim this objective over here. Gut Rippers, the killer boss, and the other Gut Rippers all moving up the center. So, now it is time for some shooting from the Boltboyz. So, shooting phase, you're going to spend your Heroic Leadership for +1 to hit on the killer boss, giving it to the Boltboyz, +1 to hit. Extra 3-inch range, so they're in range of the Chaos Warriors. You've got 6 shots going in with +1 to hit. That's going to be 6 mortal wounds, that's it. Because the rest will miss, or the long shot. So, going to be 1 hit, and they'll be mortal, so roll to wound. And 4. So that will wound, so I'm going to have an armor save, -1, I believe, from your Boltboyz.
Yep.
So, Chaos Warrior, armor save. And that will be a fail, because I'm a 5-up from that. Oh no, it will be a 4-up actually, because a +1 because I've got 10 models. So that's a pass for the Chaos Warriors, but 6 mortal wounds, which means I've got 6 5-up ward saves from mortal wounds to come. Of which I saved 3. So that will be a Chaos Warrior dead, and a wound on another. And so with that, that's going to be the end of the turn for the Kruleboyz. I will have to make the Battle Shock test. Lost one, so I'm actually going to be fine. No Battle Shock required for them. Other than that, you are going to score 1, 2 more, plus your Battle Tactic for 5 points. Alright, and so for our turn for the Disciples of Tzeentch, we're going to go with our Battle Tactic Ferocious Advance, pick Chaos Warriors and the 2 characters behind them. And then going in, we're going to do a Heroic Leadership on the Magister here. So on a 4+, yes, we get Heroic Leadership on the Magister. Alright, and so Heroic Willpower is going to happen from the Killer Boss on Nash 2, so an extra Dispel. Alright, and so magic for the turn, and our agenda is going to be as well. Before that, we're going to go Tides of Anarchy for this turn for our agenda. And so we're going to pick this unit of Kayak Acolytes here. If they gain control of an objective that's controlled by my opponent, for the rest of the game, they'll count as 2 models when controlling objectives. So that should be pretty easy to do, but into spellcasting, they're going to cast their War Scroll spell on themselves to give them some rend. 5, and that is Arcane, so it's going to be cast on a 6. And it will actually cast on a 7 thanks to the Scroll of Dark Arts in the unit as well. So a 7 to cast there. That will give them a rend 1 on their shooting if you wish to try and dispel it. Alrighty, so he's going to try and dispel that. Needs an 8 on the dispel. 5, 6, 7 fails to dispel, so that'll go off. We will then, with the Gaunt Summoner, give up one of our casts, and we will summon a unit of demons to the table. We'll then cast with the Gaunt Summoner, after summoning the Furies to the table, cast Shield of Fate. We'll put it on those Kayak Acolytes as well. So that goes off. You can't even try and dispel that. It'll be a 13 to cast. The Magister will then go Mystic Shield on those Kayak Acolytes as well. Which will go on a 5. So the Kayak Acolytes will be +1 save as well as having Shield of Fate on them as well. The other Kayak Acolytes over here will use their War Scroll spell as well. So this will give them rend on their shooting as well. So that goes off on a 7, 8, thanks to the Arcane Terrain. And so he's going to use his second Dispel on that to try and get rid of it. So he needs a 10, we'll do it. So that stops that spell. The Ogre will then use Infusion Arcanum on himself, which goes off on a 6. Maybe. I don't know. Infusion Arcanum is a 5, so yes, that will go off. And with that, so that's going to be the end of our hero phase. So we'll go into movement and we'll come back after all of it's done. Alright, and so movement is all done. Kayak Acolytes are moved up, taking the objective, so they will get their cool agenda for the turn. Chaos Warriors move up, getting us our battle tactic, and the Ogre and the Kayak Acolytes move up the other flank. Time for some shooting. And so the Kayak Acolytes over here ran, so did both my wizards here. The other Kayak Acolytes can't see. So that's going to be the end of shooting. There's actually not going to be any this turn, so go into charges, and the Ogre is going to attempt a charge. So the Ogre needs an 8 for that charge, so we're going to take a 5 and 3 from our Fate Dice pool and make the charge automatically. And so after he's made a charge move, we're then going to get the Mighty Rampage, so roll the dice. On a 1, nothing happens. So combat, let's see who gets to fight first. We're going to pick the Ogre to fight first here. Alright, so the Ogre is going to attack. You're using all out defense for a command point. You know what? I don't need all out attack because I've got +1 to hit already, so we'll just keep that. And so let's go with the Ogre. We'll start with Great Horns with 2 attacks. He's going to be hitting on 2s, thanks to Intuition Arcanum. And then he'll be wounding on 2s. 2 wounds, so you have a base on Gut Rippers of 5. So it'll be go to a 4 and then -2, so 6 up save. So 2 6 up saves. No, and that will do 6 damage, so it'll kill 3 Gut Rippers. And then the Thaumaturge Staff with 3 attacks, hitting on 2s. All hit. And wounding on 2s. 2. -1 this time, so 5 up save. Save 1, so there'll be another D3 damage for another 1. Just 1 wound. And then my Cloven Hooves hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s. So 3 at your base save, which is now 4 plus, so 3 4-up saves. Save another, so it'll be another 2 wounds, so 1 more Gut Ripper dies, and the wound carries over. So the Gut Rippers will hit back. I'm going to use my own all-out defense. He's got 6 fighting, so you should have 13 attacks all up, because plus 1 for your champ. And so forced to hit, 6 to do mortals. Reroll that one, it's cocked. No mortals as of yet. And so forced to hit. And 4s to wound. So just a solitary wound, I will have a 4-up armor save, which I fail, so I take a wound. And then bottom of the turn, he's just going to spend a command point to ignore Battle Shock there. I will now gain and complete my agenda over here from taking the objective off you. So it'll be this unit now counting as 2 models on the objective. They will also, along with the other Karak Acolytes, give me 2 controlled objectives. So 1, 2 more, my battle tactic for 5 as well. Alright, and so turn 2, let's go for priority for the turn. Tzeentch got a 1, so that's probably not a double on mine. That's a 5. Kruleboyz going to take the turn?
Yes.
Yep, so Kruleboyz turn 2 coming up. Alright, battle tactic for the turn. You're going to go with Conquer, picking this objective down here. Then going to heroic actions, heroic leadership on your general again, on a 4 plus. Yep. And I'll do heroic leadership on the Gaunt Summoner here on a 4 plus as well. We both get it this turn. Then your Shaman going to give the poisons to the Boltboyz again. And after that, that'll be the end of your hero phase. So we'll go into movement. Right, movement all done. Hoggrots have moved up onto the objective, so have the Boltboyz. Then got the Killer Boss on the Gnash Tooth, the Gut Rippers moving up over here, and the Shaman's moved up alongside his Boltboy friends. So, going to go into some shooting. Alright, so into shooting, Hoggrots are going to shoot the Karak Acolytes. I'm going to go with a command point for all-out defense. That means I'm going to get +2 to my save, which means I'll be on my base save, ignoring your point of rend. So, go with your Hoggrots. You will need 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. So... Alrighty, so Karak Acolyte save. So we've got +2 saves. This is going to give us our 4-up save, and we ignore the rend, so we save 2. However, Shield of Fate does allow us to re-roll these. So, re-rollable. Save another 3. And then we got 2 6-up wards. Pass both of these, and you've got to shoot your Boltboyz at me. No, failed 2. So 2 Karak Acolytes go down. And so the Boltboyz will just shoot the Karak Acolytes as well. So they're going to need on their rapid fire shot.
4s.
4s to hit. Are you using all out attack or anything?
No.
No, so 4s, 5s do mortal wounds though. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is 12 mortal wounds. And what do you need to wound on these ones?
3s.
3s to wound, cool. So these will be at -1, so all that defense means I ignore it, so these are on a 4-up save re-rollable, which I passed none, re-rolling thankfully. Passed 1, so that's going to be a lot of damage. And so 6-up saves, that's the unit wipes from the Boltboyz shooting. Alright, so charges then after that, who's charging for you?
My Gut Rippers.
So Killer Boss is going to charge first, yeah?
Yep.
It's a 7, so he's just going to go kapow.
Yep.
Then you
Gut Rippers.
Gut Rippers. With 11, they'll get in as well. Roll the dice, because they will have to make a deadly terrain check, which they're fine. Right, so first fight of the round, you're going to go with your Killer Boss on Gnash Tooth. So he does get +1 to hit on the first turn he charges. So first of all, he's going to go with his Jagged Sticker. So...
Is this 5 attacks then?
Yep. 4 attacks. So 4 attacks, +1 to hit.
2s.
So that'll be mortal wounds instead. And then they will hit. And then wounding on
3s.
Go for it. Cool, 2. These will be at -1. So I've used all out defense on them. So this will be my base save of a 4+. And ignoring your point of rend as well. So I'm actually going to go down to a 3. No, I'll still be on the 4 because I'm not 10 models, so that will be taking that. So I've taken 1 wound. And then 2 mortals on 5s. Save 1, so it's going to kill a Chaos Warrior. So sorry, that was a damage 2 without attack, so they'll put another wound on another model from failing the armor save. Now, the mount will go with 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. No mortal wounds from the mount though, but 3s to wound. Just 1.
Rend 2.
Yep, that will fail. 4, 3, -2 will save. Right, so I'm going to go with the Ogroid Thaumaturge then, so he will be still getting Infusion Arcanum. We're going to put +1 to hit on him this turn. Oh wait, he doesn't need it. He's got Infusion Arcanum. What am I saying? So 2s to hit. And 2s to wound with his horns. 2 wounds. These are at -2. So all out defense will give you a 6+ save. Fail both, so that will be 3 dead Gut Rippers again. And then we're going with the Thaumaturge Staff, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 2s. 3 at -1, so these will be 5 up saves, thanks to all out defense. Fail all 3, so 3d3, it's probably them dead. So 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds, that leaves a wound left.
My dude.
And we've still got our Cloven Hooves hitting on 3s. Ooh, it's going to be close. Wounding on 2s. 1, 4+ save. Saved. Your Gut Ripper boss stays alive. Alright, so Gut Ripper's here. 13 attacks into those Chaos Warriors. 6 to do mortals, 4s to hit. So it's 3 mortals coming out, but 4s to hit. And 4s to wound.
Yeah, 3.
3. So we'll save these first. I do have a 3 up save, so that's that. And then I've got 3 mortals to save as well, which I saved none, so that will be 4 wounds. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and put the wound carrying over. Actually, can't remove that dude, so we'll go 1, and then bam, bam, put the wound there. Alright, so Chaos Warriors fighting back against the Gut Rippers. We are 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. And so there's 5 armor saves, no rend. So that will be 4 wounds, so 2 Gut Rippers die. So the Gut Ripper boss will go back into the Thaumaturge, 3 attacks. 1 hit, no mortals though, and then 4s to wound, nothing. I'm then going to go my Gaunt Summoner. Just going to pile in. So Gaunt Summoner's piled in. We're going to go with Warp Tongue Blade. 3s to hit, 6s to do d6 mortal wounds, and he misses. So that is that. Battle Shock for the turn. I lost 2 Chaos Warriors. And I've got a banner, so they're going to be 5. Oh no, I lost 3 that turn. So they will. I'll use a command point to auto-immune them. Then you've got 2 Battle Shock tests to take for you. Alright, so Battle Shock, I'm going to make them auto-immune. He's going to choose to make the Gut Ripper boss up there auto-immune, stopping my Ogroid going into his backline next turn. And then he's going to take a Battle Shock test on there. 1, 2, or 3, nothing happens. 6, because your killer boss is there, only 1 flees. And so, end of the turn, you're going to control that objective and that one, which means you've got 1, 2, and more, and then you also got Conquer over here, so you're going to have 5 points for the round, putting you on 10 at the bottom of 2. Going into Disciples of Tzeentch, turn 2. And so, let's start off by picking our battle tactic for the turn. We are going to pick broken ranks, killing a Battleplan unit, picking that one Gut Ripper up the top there. And so, our agenda for the turn, we're going to go Reckless Abandon. He needs to make a 9-inch charge the Ogre Thermaturge to get +1 attack on all these profiles. And so, we're then going to go with our action. We're going to go a free command point, and we're going to put that on the Gaunt Summoner on a 4+ for Heroic Leadership. Does not get it. Your heroic action. Alrighty, so Shaman's going to go with Heroic Leadership. So on a 4+, does not get it.
Let me do it again.
And so into Magic, we're going to go with, on the Ogroid, he's going to go Arcane Bolt. We're not with a double 1, he's not. So he's going to take D3 Mortal Wounds for 1. So he takes a Mortal Wound and he can't cast any more spells. We'll then go with the Gaunt Summoner. Alright, so Gaunt Summoner, he's then going to try his War Scroll spell. We're going to go with Infernal Flames. So that will be going off on a 6/7 we'll cast. So you've got nothing to stop that now. Oh no, you still got your Dispel, so you can try and stop this if you want. So, going to try and Dispel. So you need an 8 on dice. 6, not enough. So 7 dice on those Gut Rippers. 5 up some Mortals. That'll be 1 dead Gut Ripper in total. We will then go with the Gaunt Summoner. Is going to use Shield of Fate. We'll go off on a 7 to cast. Now, Kyric Acolytes over here, they're going to cast their War Scroll spell on themselves with a 5. Don't actually think that'll go off. And so that will go off. Arcane Terrain here will give them the +1 they need to cast this spell. Lastly, we've got the Magister. So the Magister is going to go Bolt of Change over into that Gut Ripper to try and get rid of him. And so, let's see if we can cast. 6. Does that get our cast of Bolt of Change? It does not. We need a 7, so it fails to cast. With that, we'll go into movement. Alright, so movement is all done. We've then got these guys over here, moving up, and they're going to shoot that Gut Ripper, and then we'll go into other shooting as well. So we will start though with the Gaunt Summoner, who is going to shoot your Killer Boss with his staff. A 1 will miss. The Magister will also do the same, getting 1 shot with his staff, missing as well on a 1. Both of them can't shoot magic. And so Kyric Acolytes here in the shooting phase will shoot that Gut Ripper. So we are going to use a command point to give ourselves the Pyrophane Cult ability for reroll wounds. We then hit on 3s. It's not great, only 5 hits. Wounding on 3s, re-rolling these though. Don't even need re-rolls when we roll like that. So 5, -1 saves on that Gut Ripper. So 5 6-ups. He is turned into ash. Charge phase for the turn. We're going to spend our 10. And he's going to get into the Shaman here to get his agenda. But you will get your Unleash Hell. Alright, so Unleash Hell from the Boltboyz. They're all within 6, so they all will get to Unleash Hell. So, needing 5s to hit with your rapid fire. So 5s to hit, 5s just do mortal wounds. That is a lot of mortal wounds, and that is the Ogroid dead. Just like that. He disappears. You got the charge, and you blew me away. Alrighty, so combat, or rather, rest of my charges, we're going to go with the Furies now, being my other charge. And so we'll roll to see what they get for their charge with the Furies. Not with a 3. We'll spend a command point, our only one for the turn, to reroll into a 8. Let's see what the Furies can get. Alright, so Furies have piled in. They're going to attack the Boltboyz first. So they will be 4s to hit. Not a bad roll. And 3s to wound. So that will be 2. That'll just kill a Boltboy because I am Ren 1. And kill 1 Boltboy. Alright, so the Nash 2 boss is going to put everything into the Gaunt Summoner. He's going to use all-out attack to negate my -1 to hit. So he will just be 3s to hit with his Poke and Spear. So 3 hits. and then 3s to wound. So 2 at round 1, Gaunt Summoner, using, well, I've got no all-out defense, so there's nothing. Pretty sure they're going to go straight through and do 4 damage to him. And so yeah, he's only got a 6-up save, so that's 4 damage out of his 5 wounds, and then going with needing 3s on your beast. Oh, hit, ouch, this is going to be bad. And 3s to wound. Yep, that's going to remove the Gaunt Summoner from the table. So the Chaos Warriors back into those Gut Rippers then, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. So that'll be that many armor saves, no rends. So 7. 5 ups. That'll be 1, 2 dead, 2.5, so 2.5 Gut Rippers dead, 5 wounds. And so, Gut Rippers fighting back into the Chaos Warriors. So 9 attacks, hitting on 4s, 6 to 2 mortals, 1 mortal, and 3 hits.
My round 4.
And 4s to wounds. So 3 wounds, there'll be 3 armor saves of a 4+, and then a 5-up ward save on the mortal wounds. Fail that, so that will kill a Chaos Warrior. So Boltboyz, 4s and 4s, but 5 to do mortal wounds. So that is 2 mortal wounds and then 1 hit. Wounds, and so Battle Shock, you've got a free command point to spend on your Gut Rippers. The Boltboyz, or the Gut Rippers, actually one of them is going to have to test. So you're going to auto pass your Boltboyz actually, and then on a 1 to 4 you're fine on the Gut Rippers. 3, fine, they're fine as well, and the Furies are fine as well. So that is that. My turn. I'm only going to control 1 objective. I did complete my battle tactic, destroying your battle line unit for 3, and that will be it. Alrighty, so priority for turn 3, Tzeentch. Got a 1, this could be bad for Tzeentch. And a 5. Kruleboyz going to take it, I'm guessing? Yeah. Alright, so the third turn for the Kruleboyz. He's going to choose the battle tactic, take that, you suckers, which means he has to deal 10 damage and not take 10 damage in return with his Kruleboy army. Then on a 4+, generate your command point with Heroic Leadership. I will get it on a 2+ now with a Magister, thanks to my General being dead, which I do. So that's cool. Magister's got Heroic Leadership. And then your Shamans giving the poisons to the Boltboyz. And then from there, go into movement, and we'll come back after that's done. Alright, so Hobgrots just move up to go and support these guys, and into shooting. Let's go with your shooting then. Alright, so Hobgrots are going to begin by shooting into the Furies. So, do you wish to use a command point for +1 to hit?
Sure.
Sure. So they'll hit on 3s then. And 3s to wound. So, I don't think you're going to wipe me this turn. It's 5. So that'll just be 5 wounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your Boltboyz will have to shoot into them. So you're going to have... So the Boltboyz into the Furies as well. 5s do mortals, and that's enough mortals to see the last 2 off. And then combat now. So Kruleboyz is going to fight first. He's going to use his a command point for +1 to hit.
Yep.
And so he'll be hitting on 2s with his sticker. 6s do mortals. No mortals, but 3 hits and 3 wounds. I'm going to use all-out defense on this as well. So 3 wounds. I will take 3 armor saves. Fail all of them. So that's going to be 6 damage. Ouch. That's just going to kill 3. And then I'll attack back with my 2 Chaos Warriors that are left with 5 attacks. Oh wait, yeah, you've still got your mount. I don't even get my attack. So your mount, 2s to hit. No mortals on the mount, thankfully. And 3s. 2. That'll fail and that'll kill. So the unit is wiped. So you will get your battle tactic for the turn. So you're going to control 1, 2 more, and get your battle tactic for 5 points for the turn. Alright, so start of the turn. We're going to go with some magic. So Magister here is going to use his War Scroll spell for D3 mortal wounds, and will fail to cast it. That's bad, because that means I'm not going to get to summon this turn. And then 6, they will get this, so you can try and dispel them. I do get it, so they've got +1 rend. Other than that, Heroic Leadership went off on that, and you were going to use a second dispel, but didn't need it. So battle tactic for the turn for me is Conquer. We're going to try and take that middle objective off you. And shooting. So we're going to go with the Magister shooting at the Gut Rippers first. He hits. And he wounds. -1 on a armor save, so 6 up armor save on the Gut Rippers. No, so D3 damage. For 1, so it's going to kill a Gut Ripper that's got a wound. Alright, so we're going to have the Karak Acolyte shoot the Killer Boss on Gnashtooth. Do you want to use command point for all out defense?
Yes.
Cool. So we're going to hit on 3s. That is a terrible, terrible roll. And then wound on 3s, re-rolling. So we wound with everything at least. So 4 armor saves at your base, because -1 +1. Saved 3 of them. So he takes a wound. Charges. We're going to charge the Karak Acolytes. 9, they will get in. Alright, so combat. Karak Acolytes are going to go into those Gut Rippers. So we will Karak Acolytes with glaives first, including the Sergeant. So they're going to be hitting on 3s with all-out attack. For 2 hits. And 3s to wound. 2 wounds at -1 on your Gut Rippers. Yep. So these will be 6 up saves. Note, so it's going to kill 2 Gut Rippers straight out. And so then the other 2, 3s to hit with the dual twin hand weapons, all hit. And 3s to wound. 2 5 up saves, or he's dead. He saves 1, he's alive. So he's got 3 attacks back, 4s to hit. 6 to do mortals. He does 2 mortals back and kills 2 Karak Acolytes. And the other one hit, so 4. That wound?
Yeah, I got a 6.
Yep. So armor save, failed, and then 3 6 up saves before I remove models. I've got a ward save. Nothing, so 3 die. So I actually remove. Ooh, what do we want to do? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. No, we can't. So we're gonna have to go 1, 2. No, we're gonna have to remove the prime actually. We can't remove them. So yeah, we will have to go 1, 2, 3 and remove the sergeant. So for the turn, I will score my full 5 for the turn, conquering your objective, because I now have more on it. And I've just got the 1 and more. So 5 points for me that turn. Alrighty, so priority for turn 4. Let's see how we go. 5.
6.
3. Tzeentch is going to take it. Alrighty, so Tzeentch turn. We will go with, let's pick our battle tactic will be aggressive expansion, 2 objectives, not wholly within our territory, and so should easily get this one. We'll then go into magic. He's going to go his D3 mortal wound spell. Goes off on an 8. You can try and stop that. You've got your set 2 dispels now, thanks to your heroic willpower. Stops. Ouch. Alright, they're going to go get sorcery on themselves. 9 to cast. So you need a 10 again. Nothing. Alright, that's bad for me. Okay. Well, that's hero phase. Movement's going to be pretty much non-existent. Just do this. And we'll go into shooting. I'm going to start with him shooting first though. So he's going to target your Gut Ripper boss. And he misses. So the unit's going to have to shoot him now. We'll go command point for rerolls to wound on the card calculator. So we hit on 3s. Oh, that's not good. And wound on 3s. Rerolling. So 3 base armor saves, so 3 5-ups. Saves 1, he's alive. I'm still going to get my battle tactic, but it's not ideal. So combat, I'm going to fight him now. Alright, so now we've got my 2 cursed glaives. Both hit. Both wounds, so 2 at -1. Any of these go through, he's dead. 6s, no, got him. That'll be the end. I will gain 5 victory points for the turn with this though, because I control the 2 and more, and then get my battle tactic. And with that, we're going to call the game there, because he just goes in, eats my wizard, your bot boys shoot there, and then you just take over the table. And that is game. So victory will be to the Kruleboyz. Good game, man. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you have not already. And also, why not drop us a comment below and let us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Untitled Gaming, you can do so by following the link in the video's description to our Discord server. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel more and in another way, you can do so either by supporting on Patreon or YouTube members. You can do either of these by following the links in the video's description, and as a special thing for everyone who does, we'd like to give a shout out first of all to our Patreons: Christian Weir, James Soren, Greenskins Gaming, AJC, Kenny Lowell, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, Anton Nilsson, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domer, Mark Harvey, James Cater, and Samuel. And a special shout out as well to our YouTube members: Greenrich Gaming, Kenton Young, Chris Wallace, Ronya, Vinny, Lockloric, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Revenar, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, and Sean Scott. Lastly, a special thank you to, first of all, Lady Watchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel you can see here, and to Xmorphic, who does all the amazing background work for our Discord server, making sure it all works nice and properly over there. Thank you all for watching once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.